Alrighty, guys, we should be live. My apologies, I was engaged in a rather entertaining Discord conversation. Which, by the way, if you are not a part of it, we have a Discord, top right corner. We have the link in the description. Join at your own risk. It can get a little addicting at times. Sometimes I find myself lacking productivity a little bit more often than not, but it is a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend you join if you like music and whatnot. But how y'all doing this fine afternoon, Friday afternoon? Here he is. Yes, we are here. What's up, Greg? Gonna get our Discord announcement up, and then we are going to get started. All right, letting everyone know in the Discord that we are live. And yeah, we're good. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? How's your week's been? 2 weeks in a row streaming. I feel like I haven't done that all year. But this week was pretty good. Thank you for the reminder, Greg. We will get that on there right now. We got Steve Decay, Dark System. I don't know if there's any other artist on it, but we'll just go with that for now. I've got chat ready. I just want to make sure. Do I have everything else? You want me to listen to Kill Script too? You guys want me to listen to lots of hard techno today? Anamanaguchi and Wave Dash? I'll add Wave Dash. Anamanaguchi's not really my thing. So, I mean, if you want me to give a free 6. Nigel Good, I will listen to. I will listen to that. But we have got to head through the track list here. We have got... Yeah, I'll listen to Nigel Good. That seems like something that people would want me to listen to. We have got... Jay wants me to hear K's. We're going to do 3 techno ones today. We've got Wooli, Samplifire, Acid. We have got... We'll do an Anky track. I'll let you guys pick which one. Dimension and Alice in Wonderland seems interestingly fun. I wouldn't mind doing that. Might get us blocked, but would be interested in checking that out. Jero Casbo. Apparently everyone's saying that's boring, but we'll check it out. We have got NURKO Dayce Williams. If the world was ending. We have got Mr. Insko. We have got Synymata. We have got... Kygo's probably going to get us blocked. I'll just listen to that one later. We got the Affinity EP. Jesus, how could I forget that? We'll do that one at the end. I think that's mostly it for what I want to listen to. I'll take a couple suggestions. Right, I'm sorry, Ken. Thank you for reminding me. We've got some Casey Cook remixes. Wasn't on Alex's list, so I'll get a few of those. I want to see who's on the pack first before I go forward with that, because we might do numerous, but I'm definitely going to do one for sure. I saw that there were some great names on that pack. Damn, this one's pretty stacked, bro. Lost Wolves and Kepik and Loxbox, and that's... Disma? There's some huge names on that. Right, I gotta do Ace Aura too, my bad. What's up, Matt? Lost Wolves and Kepik only. Those were the ones I was thinking of doing. Lost Wolves and Kepik, both huge supporters of the channel, so might want to do them a solid. Yeah, well, I think we'll do those. We got... Oh, yikes. Okay, we'll do those two. I'll take... We gotta get a viewer's choice. Okay. So yeah, we'll do... You guys can recommend an Anky song. I'll throw in a viewer, and then we'll do a viewer's choice poll. And then that should be it for today. I think that's... Because we got the whole Affinity EP. I should probably add that right now. We'll get through that. So yeah, we'll have plenty of music today this week for sure. So we got Affinity, Lunar 1. This track list is getting a little long. All right. Gonna have to make this a little smaller. Damn, I can't remember the last time we've had a track list this long, dude. Big track list. All right. All right. So, for the viewer's choice today, I'll let you guys throw some suggestions in the chat. Taylor Swift and Drake is going to get us blocked. Hey TKC, why are some of the stream archives missing? It's because the labels take the streams down, like the licensing partners take the streams down, and then so I have to appeal, and then sometimes they don't put them back up. They'll like keep their appeals. And then the stream stays down forever. So there's some that are going to be missing. But yeah. K's, Dyadic, and Butte Noise. Okay, I'll throw those in there. Alright, I'll take two more. And then we'll do a poll. No mana. Which one, though? Lost Call? Okay. Take one more. Lost Call. Ripple Every Day is Fire D&B from this week. We could do that one. I'll take a couple more suggestions just in case there's anything that I feel like I'm missing. Reaper remix. What did Reaper remix? Danger by T and Sugar. We could do that one. D&B. Retro, no Retrovision. Shake It Retrovision. Reaper is so over, bro. We could do Retrovision or Reaper. Either or. Okay, I'll throw in the Reaper remix. Alright. Get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. Which one do you want to be TKC Song of the Week? Viewer's choice. Last up a couple times, the viewer's choices have been a little sketched out, so... Reaper Remix is carrying so far. Kind of surprising. I saw a lot of people in chat rooting for Dyadic, a lot of people rooting for No Mana. Looks like chat wants some Reaper action. We'll let the poll go a little bit longer. We'll wait for it to hit the minute mark. I'm gonna go get a protein shake too. Give me a second. Yeah, looks like Reaper's gonna take that 42% of the vote. 24 votes. I gotta pull up chat too. Let me do that real quick. Get that there, get that there, get that there. Cool. All right, 1 minute has passed. We are going to be doing Tea and Sugar Danger Reaper remix as viewer's choice of the week. I'm also going to let you guys vote on which Anky song we should listen to as well. No Mana on stream would be cool at some point. No Mana's not really my thing. So, yeah, what did Tron say was the best one? Or I guess maybe a better question would be we should ask what Tron thinks I would enjoy. Is he here right now? Did he say where I want to be? The question is, was that Tron's favorite, or was that one that he said that I would enjoy? Because I feel like those two can be very different things at times. His favorite? Okay, we'll just go with his favorite. I think that the Anky God himself can give some suggestions. So what we're going to do is we are going to, as always, selectively randomize. We're going to selectively randomize this because for some reason I don't, well, not for some reason, I know exactly why. I don't always trust what the randomizer gives us. But you think that I would like give you everything? It's like Chill House almost. Oh, we could do that. There is a lot of Chill House today. Like, is there? I guess it's just Jero and Casbo. We could do that. Oh, fuck. I was supposed to do Araya. Shit. Okay, hold up. Let me add that real quick. I was supposed to do Araya. As if I can even find it. Losing Sleep? No, it's not Losing Sleep. Which one's the Araya one? Wasn't on my list. Oh, no, it was. Araya Let Me Out with Belle and Renee. Okay, we'll add that real quick. All right. Okay, we're going to randomize this list now. And then we will get started on the listening. This VOD better not be blocked, bro. It might be. I don't know these days what gets blocked and what doesn't. NURKO's back on proximity, which is a good thing for us. You know what, dude? This first one is pretty fucking solid. Yeah, I got no problems with that. All right, I just wanted NURKO to be towards the end. That was like the big one of the singles that I wanted to be. So yeah, NURKO's near the bottom. That is a dandy little track list for me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should get started. I think I'll put the two Casey Cook remixes right next to each other. That seems appropriate. But outside of that, it'll be completely random. Alrighty, we have got some Casey Cook remixes that we're going to get started with here today. We have got Casey Cook. Headphones are plugged in, my apologies. We have got Casey Cook. The New Dimension absolutely sucks. Is it that bad? I guess it's Alice in Wonderland. You know what? Fine. I'll do you guys a solid. Dimension might get us blocked too, which is a big problem. All right, there. Are you guys happy? We'll do that. If it's new, yeah. New Dimension is pretty generic. New Dimension doesn't suck. I just think Alice in Wonderland sucks, man. So, like, that's the issue. Dimension is probably the only one that's going to get you blocked. Yeah, I think that we'll stick with K's. But yeah, we have got some Casey Cook remixes for you guys. We're going to listen to 2 today. We have got Lost Wolves, Never Ends, and is this just me, or is this just a title thing, or is the word remix for all these remixes in lowercase? Except for the Kepik remix. The Kepik remix one has proper capitalization. The rest of them don't. Is that just on my end? I don't know. Who knows? Either way, we have got Never Ends Lost Wolf remix. I haven't listened to any of these originals, so... Okay. They're all lowercase on Spotify as well, but is it just the Kepik one that's capitalized? I'm glad you're in chat, Matt, for it. My volume was down on Tidal. For some reason, I was wondering what was going on. Nice vocal, dude. Nice little sort of percussion to build up. This is the best one on the album. Huge percussion on that. Don't know if I necessarily love the execution of that, but... yeah, it doesn't feel like... I think the percussion's really well done. I don't know, there's something about the saw texture to me that feels like there's a lot going on at the high end. But not too bad so far. Ideas-wise, it's there. Yeah, the lead was kind of what was bothering me about that, but... we'll see drop 2. Oh, nice. Bringing the acoustic guitars. Really nice verses. Good on Lost Wolves, though. It's alright, melody a little standard. I can get that critique, yeah. Drop 2. That drops a lot better. Bringing the speed. Yeah, drop 2 is definitely a lot more my style. Yeah. Good stuff, dude. I'm gonna add that. Nice outro here, too. Did Taylor Swift diss Drake? There's no way. Did that actually happen? But yeah, regardless of whether that happened, pretty cool stuff from Lost Wolves. Like I said, drop 1, not necessarily my cup of tea. Felt like, didn't know if I loved the execution of the idea. But definitely drop 2 felt like it had that sort of execution and musicality that I really like. This going for that sort of slower, like almost like 128, 130 BPM type sound. With that halftime, bringing it back to the full time. Felt like the execution of drop 2 is just a little bit stronger in my opinion, but yeah, really nice verses, really great outro. Acoustic guitar in that second verse was really well done. So massive props to Lost Wolves. I think I'm gonna give that a 7.75 out of 10. Gonna be a playlist ad. But yeah, really good stuff. I'll let you guys get your votes in, and then we can head on to the Kepik remix, who got the only capitalization of the album. But yeah, I'll let you guys vote. Taylor Swift diss Selenium, Kendrick Lamar diss Drake. Met Lost Wolves at the show, told him Casey was doing remix, and he DM'd her the next day. That's dope. Caden, we submitted Dream to Paradise. We're just waiting for a response. Best of luck with that. I think that song would be a good fit with the label for sure. He pulled through, and I'm really happy with what he pulled off. Yeah, he did a good job, man. It's always nice to hear from him every so often. I feel like a lot of the times Lost Wolves can go on extended hiatuses, probably unintentionally, but I just wish that his quantity sometimes would be a little bit higher, but generally you can always expect the quality to be there from him. So, but yeah, little 7.75, gonna get a good from chat. Not much else to really say on that front. Like I said, just really nice sort of melodic, bassy style tune. Yeah. I actually found Lost Wolves because of your video with Bowtied. Oh my gosh, which one did we do with Bowtied where we talked about Lost Wolves? Would it have been, no, it would have been the one with Top Beats that we did. That was like way back in the day in like 2021 where we listened to When the Night Falls. Or When the Sky, is it When the Sky Falls? I think it's When the Sky Falls. I don't know. For some reason, the name of that track always loses me a little bit. But yeah, great stuff from Lost Wolves. Let's head on to Portal by Kepik. When he meant when the sky falls, yeah, that was like a classic first one. That was like old TKC. So if you're watching that one, you were one of the day oneers for sure. But yeah, next up we have got, yeah, let's hop right into Portal Kepik remix. Let's do it. I think I'm gonna listen to a lot of these off camera. There's some solid names on this remix pack. I recognize most of the names. Percussion already right away. Been here since the early days. I appreciate all of y'all that have been here. Nice little sort of keys in the back there. Affinity EP1, we're gonna close the stream with it. Appreciate you, Braden, my man. Shout out to all viewers, new or old. Okay, not too shabby so far. Nothing like super catching my interest, but. Oh, that's different for Kepik. Little sort of more chill sound. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Oh, really nice transition there back into the verse. Definitely different for Kepik for sure. Not necessarily my cup of tea per se, but I think I definitely appreciate what it's going for. You think I'd like the Lockbox one the most? Lockbox generally does a pretty good job. Really nice piano here. Alright. Bring in a guitar. does that, love that sort of like synth wavy 80s type sound. Alright, I assume drop 2 will maybe be a little bit bigger if I had to make a guess. That's pretty solid. Guitar definitely addition over that. Very similar to the Lost Wolves remix, I feel like, where the drop 1 wasn't really selling me, but... yeah, that's pretty solid, dude. I feel like the 2 remixes are like carbon copies of each other. Really nice outro, too. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna add that one too. Really solid stuff from Kepik. Going for, like, people are saying, more of like an Odessa sort of style with that first drop. I think overall it was pretty well done. Just not really my cup of tea necessarily per se. I think drop 2 definitely did its part though. Takes that little bit sort of an elevation, makes the sound a little bit bigger. Adds that guitar, which I think added so much to the sound. I would have loved to see maybe the guitar have some sort of presence in that first drop, maybe just a little bit more subdued. But yeah, overall, really solid stuff from Kepik. Kepik is generally always a hit for me. I think I'm going to give that like a 7.5 right on that end of playlist ad. Like I said, really good stuff overall. But yeah, I'll let you guys get your votes in. But yeah, not much else to say on that front. Pretty solid remix pack just from the initial ones that we listened to. So definitely gonna listen to a lot. I think I'll probably end up listening to this whole thing off camera though. Like I said, lots of good names on here. So yeah. Yeah, look, we have got 68% good, overwhelmingly good. I think we can probably just stop it right there. Yeah, that's going to be an overwhelming good response from chat. Definitely agree. Think was really solid. Sun's getting in my eyes there a little bit, but hope you're able to listen to the rest of the remixes at some point. Think you'll dig a lot of them. Appreciate your thoughts on those. I think I'll probably end up listening to the rest of them either tonight or tomorrow. So, what's up, Revotix? Such an incredible release week. I agree. There's lots of good stuff this week. 2024 seems to be picking up ever so slightly. Although last week would have been one of those weeks where I didn't want particularly. It wouldn't have been like a huge streaming week, but this week definitely was a lot better. Having NURKO on the track list generally does a lot. So. But yeah, let us hop into next song, shall we? We have got the Ophelia release of the week. As mentioned before, you guys all know how I kind of feel about Ophelia nowadays. Unfortunately, not scratching the itch that they used to. Seems like they're releasing everything except melodic bass, which again, like I understand that they want to branch the label out a little bit, but it would be nice to hear like a melodic bass song from anyone that's not like named Midas. So, but yeah, we have got our recommendation of the week was Where I Want to Be by Elytron, which is probably Anky's biggest fan in the entire world. So we can trust him, hopefully, on what is the best one. So let's listen to it. Where I Want to Be by Anky. I've heard that the EP is very weird, so don't know if I'm necessarily gonna like absolutely dig it, but I'm keeping it as open mind as possible. Any chances of you looking at the new Dyadic album? I'll listen to some of them off camera for sure. I know we had some recommendations, so. See, it's a little already a little weird for me, but. Nice melody there. Is that like in a different time signature? No, there's no way that's in there's no way that's in 4/4. Yeah, there's no way that's in 4/4. I'm trying to like figure it out in my mind at the moment. You know what? Production really is. I actually enjoy the production quite a bit, but it's in 4/4, but the drum pattern is off grid. Okay, that makes sense. This part, yeah, this part's definitely like a little bit more familiar. Yeah, I gotta give it the production credit. The production's really well done. I just don't think musicality-wise it necessarily holds up to what I'm particularly into. Nice little section here. This is too weird. Who enjoys listening to this? Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of experimentation, that's for sure. Maybe we'll get a little bit more in drop 2. Yeah, just like the idea of this being on Ophelia is a little crazy. Especially if you told me like 3 years ago. That drop's definitely better. Musicality-wise, it's like my thing, but yeah, overall, I don't even know what the song I just queued up was. But yeah, interesting little unique sort of sound from Anky, going for more of like I don't even know what genre that first drop was. I can't even describe it. But definitely you can hear the experimentation on display, and like I've said before, experimentation is necessary for innovation. I just think sometimes it can go a little too far. I think that the best music balances innovation and familiarity. I think that there needs to be some senses of familiarity to enjoy the music. So that's my big thing. Overall, really not bad. Production was generally well done. That melodic section sounded really well done. But musically, just about as far removed as something I would listen to. So I'm going to go with like a 5.5 on that one. I think there were some redeeming elements of it for sure. I think if that last section wasn't in that song, we were probably looking more towards like a 4. But that last section there really saved it. Like I said, musicality in that second drop wasn't exactly entirely my thing, but production all throughout the song was really well done. So I'll let you guys get your votes in. I think I know where this one's going to go for you guys, but we got to do the vote anyways, obviously. So, but yeah. Overwhelming mid response. That's kind of crazy. I was expecting a stinky response from you guys, but it seems like we're going in the overwhelmingly mid direction. I'd like Haywire and Mr. Bill to collab to make the perfect online song. That definitely would be experimentation for sure. Tron is gonna have a fit. I think he did say that it's not Anky's best stuff in the world, so he'd probably understand it. Where's Grant? I didn't even know. Did Grant have a new song? I didn't even know Grant had new music this week. Enjoyed this more than the last 2 songs by far, actually. What, are the other 2 songs on the EP even worse than that? Yikes. Yeah, no, Anky's one of those ones where it's like, I understand what he's doing, but definitely just not really my sound for sure. So, yeah, unfortunately, like I said before, don't know what the hell is happening to Ophelia Records, man. I feel like it's been months since we got like a proper Ophelia type song. I guess there was Yeetep, but dude, that barely counts, man. Like, if of the people in melodic bass that you're gonna promote Yeetep. To me, that seems a little backwards, but yeah. Anyways, next up we've got some hard techno. We have got Dark System. I've been getting into hard techno lately. We'll see maybe if we can convince you guys as well. We have got Steve DK, Dark System. Let's get into it. That's already pretty good. Dark techno, someone get Jensen Windman in here. Really nice kick on that. Trying to keep an open mind, but this thing ain't really my thing. Andreas Botez for. That's pretty fucking good. Really nice kick on that. I wish it was a little faster BPM wise, but this slap people are crazy. What's the BPM? Maybe like 130, I guess, if I had to. Okay, that's a good thing. I think one issue I have with a lot of techno is sometimes the drops can last a little too long. I felt like that was the appropriate time to head into a break, so solid stuff. 140, interesting. Doesn't feel like 140. Not as bad as I thought it'd be, to be honest. Hard techno's really not that bad. I think you just gotta give it a chance sometimes. Nice sort of ravey type melody. Okay. Oh, give me a little bit of a bigger kick in the next drop. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's pretty solid, dude. TKC in his techno era, I definitely fuck with the hard techno for sure. I do want a little bit more from the kick, but it's definitely got that sort of grand sound that I want from my techno. Bassline's cool. Yeah, I think only critique I'd really have is I think it's well done. I want just a little bit more energy from it, you know, but yeah, overall not too shabby. Yeah, like I said, I think I do definitely want a little bit more energy from my techno and impact from my techno. I did add it to my techno playlist, but I don't know if I'm gonna add it to like the regular playlist sort of thing. But overall, really well done stuff, well produced. Cool engaging melodies throughout. I think I'd go with like a flat 7 on that. Flat 7. Definitely like some pretty solid techno for sure. Better than a lot of the stuff I've heard. But it's not at the level of like a Hardwell Seduction type thing. So, but yeah, I'll let you guys get your votes in. Yeah, I think that's literally maybe the first hard techno song we've ever listened to on stream. So we're branching out just a little bit, you know. I think I probably know where it's gonna go, but I'll let you guys get your votes. Battle between good and mid. Did not expect that. I expected like an overwhelming mid response, but not my thing. 5 out of 10. What do you think of people like Newfory? I don't think I've ever even really heard a Newfory song before. I think I've heard the name. This could be the 5th drop of Aaron Shirk alive. I don't know if Aaron fucks with techno. I wonder if he does. That'd be interesting to find out if he does. Maybe Aaron Shirk techno will happen one day. 7 out of 10, it would go hard in a club. Yeah, that's definitely music that's designed for the live experience for sure. 45 to 45 battle between good and mid. Let it go a little bit longer. Think mid might pull it off here, though. Couple more votes coming in. We'll stop it at the 1 minute mark since it's pretty close. That is going to get a mid from chat. I can see the argument. I know a lot of you guys maybe aren't in your hard techno eras yet, but I think the sound is growing for a reason. Genuinely really good stuff. I do think that there are better examples of hard techno though, but it is definitely above average for me for sure though. So pretty solid stuff there from Steve DK. All right, next up we have got, you guys all know him. What's the Paranoid in Paradise? All right, we have got Mr. Insko, ladies and gentlemen. Was there a specific song that got you into hard techno? I've definitely heard it over time and thought it was just like a really good sound, but I think Hardwell Seduction is the one that like absolutely got me like hooked on the sound, I would say. Like I'm definitely in like a hard techno phase right now where I will like blast while I'm driving in the car. The weather's nice now, so I can finally bring the windows down. And I'll just blast hard techno while I'm driving. It's fun, man. So we're in that kind of phase right now for sure. Yes, but yeah, the next song is with Mr. Podcast Man himself, Insko. When's first Saw Stacks, brother? It is coming. Don't you worry. Tuesday. We're gonna announce the first guest. I think everyone already knows who the first guest is. But yeah, Tuesday we're going to be debuting. Is going to be the first episode of the podcast. I definitely, I want to make it very clear to everyone with the podcast. Me and Insko want as much feedback, good and bad, as possible on the first episode of the podcast. I think that we've filmed a couple episodes already, but we're definitely still kind of getting into the groove of things. So, please, if you have any feedback, good or bad, on the podcast, like we would appreciate that so much. So write me an essay if you have to. If you only have negative feedback, let me know. If you only have positive feedback, let me know. We just want to know what we're doing good, what we're not doing good. So yeah, when that comes out, feel free to let me know. Don't be afraid to say some things. If you think that some things are negative, if you think some moments were awkward, for example, feel free to let us know. We just want as much feedback as possible to try to make this as good as possible for you guys. So we want to try to establish a weekly or a bi-weekly fan base. So yeah, would appreciate your guys' feedback on that for sure. But yeah, on that topic, we've got little Insko song, Paranoid in Paradise. Insko Liam Makes Noise. Insko is like adamant that I'm probably not going to enjoy this song, but I'm heading into it with an open mind. TKC, so we can put techno and hardstyle music on the list now every Friday? Yeah, sure, fuck it. We can do it every week. just let the conversation flow by itself. It's sometimes tough because obviously like you want to hit certain conversation points, but there's definitely moments that we have in the podcast where the conversation does flow for sure. And I think that we do a good job of balancing, you know, having it feel like conversation, but at the same time hitting the topics that we want to hit, hitting the topics that the artist wants to hit. So yeah. We're going to get Justin to write a SawStax exam with 50 multiple tries and 4. That was still a legendary moment when he did that exam. That was a legendary moment of TKC history for sure. But yeah, let's get into it. How the podcast will be on Tuesday or in general, the release of the podcast will come out on Tuesday. So in like a couple days. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a brand new format, so it's not going to sound like the Joe Rogan Experience where they've done like thousands of episodes, right? Best Insko song? Really nice atmospheres on it for sure. Going sort of nice musicality with the leads. Yeah, I was gonna say the auto-tune wasn't necessarily like my thing. Paradise, never taken out on advice. This free life was never cheap. You barely rest. Sounds like Drulu. I can kind of hear that. Yeah, the auto-tune vocals are a little too much for me. Outside of that, really well done. Really nice kick. Definitely like sort of more of like a vibey style tune. Bigger drop here. Interesting. It definitely has that like sort of techno type of feel to it. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's like definitely like more so not really my thing per se, but like I can totally see the vision behind it for sure. It's a really good kick too. I don't know if I already mentioned that. I'm pretty sure I did. But... Ooh, nice progression there. You know, that's not bad, man. Like I said, not really my style, but the musicality and the production aspect of it all is really well done. Not too shabby, dude. Yeah, got that sort of housey, deep techno vibes almost, I want to say. Classic, yeah, prog house could be a good one, sort of like classic-y type prog house. Definitely had some chords in there that were kind of reminiscent. I feel like some sort of like techno type genre label for it would be appropriate. But yeah, overall thought it was really well done, really well produced. Punchy percussion, really engaging sort of elements in the verses, and the musicality and the chords were really nice. Vocals weren't entirely my thing, and I think just like ideas wise, not really an idea that super connects with me a ton. But I can definitely see the appeal for a song like that for sure. I think I'd probably go very similar to how I felt about that sort of techno song. I think I'd probably maybe go with like a 6.75 for that one. But overall, I think a lot of the reason why for me is more so subjective in that nature. So again, I can totally see. I think a lot of the objective parts of the music were done really well. So I don't think a song like that definitely would not be getting close to that rating if it wasn't pretty well done. So yeah, I'll let you guys get your votes in. What's the next one we got? We got Synymata coming up. All right. Interesting to see how that one goes. Hey, I'll take it. I agree, though. Like, normally I don't listen to this style either. Yeah, exactly, man. Regardless, experimentation's cool. Interesting to see you trying some new stuff. And I think it went pretty well. Seems like it's connecting with a fair amount of people. Good is the overwhelming response so far. We'll let it go a little bit longer because mid is pretty close. But I feel like you don't like this as much for the same reason you don't like probably, yeah, I would say. Fred Again ideas to me are just not up my tree, but like when I listen to a Fred Again song, to me the production is always there. It's always just everything else around it for me with Fred Again that I just don't necessarily love. I enjoy this a hell of a lot more than I enjoy Fred Again, though, for sure. I would not give a Fred Again song anywhere near a 6.75. So that is going to get that. It's going to get a good from chat. I think that's a fair rating for it from you guys. But yeah, overall, pretty solid stuff from Insko. Always interested to see what he's cooking up. It seems like he's doing some different shit right now. So, yeah, super cool stuff. But anyways, next up, we're pumping through the track list here. Let's keep her going. We have got Synymata, Used to Be So Strong with the Arcturians. Seems like he's got an EP coming up, part of a Waterfall release. TKC, what do you think about the Martin Garrix and Illenium collab? That song is either going to be like a 9.75 or like a 5. There's no other way around it. That song is going to be amazing or it's going to be mid as fuck. There's no other way around it. I don't see any case where Martin Garrix and Illenium to me make like a 6. But I think if Martin Garrix and Illenium do what both of them do best and do like a 128 BPM prog house, euphoric, emotional prog house, and then do like a halftime drop too, it's probably going to be pretty good. Get Sean Ferrugia on that. I feel like that would be a good idea. That seems someone. Get Annika Wells in the writing room. Sean Ferrugia and Annika Wells, get them writing together. And then get Sean Ferrugia to sing. Boom. You've got a banger, dude. But yeah, I'd be curious to see, because if the Martin Garrix and Illenium collab is like a really good song, then we know for a fact that Seven Lions contributed the mid to Not Even Love. But yeah, it's gonna be so commercial. I don't even really necessarily care if it's commercial. I just hope that it's like, I feel like when you have those two in a room together, you have to try to make something for shows. Because like I said, Not Even Love, that song is never going to be played live by Seven Lions or Illenium past this summer. It's almost, I guarantee you Illenium will probably never play it unless Seven Lions is in town. But why? But it's just one of those songs that doesn't fit in a live set for what they do. So it's never going to be played live by either of them. So yeah, I hope that what I really hope that they can do is build a song that both of them can play for years to come. And then, if they're playing it for years to come, the fans are going to love it. So, but yeah, anyways, we've got Synymata. I've actually enjoyed the past two Synymata songs. His collaboration that he did with Exod was like surprisingly good. I gave that like an 8.75 because I know on the channel in the past I've shit on Synymata. His sound is like the antithesis of what I enjoy in melodic bass. So I'm interested to see. Like I said, Exod collab was really well done. Let's see if this one, as part of the EP experience, can hold up. Caden, it sounds like all the other Synymata songs, you're not going to like it. All right, well, we'll see. Verses-wise, it already kind of sounds like his sound. Sort of like orchestral, slow, dark, piano-driven stuff. Actually going to head out now. Glad I can make it for a bit. Take it easy, Edmonton boy. Thank you, Robotics, for tuning in, my man. Have yourself a good night. Many times do I have to crawl out of the depths of my despair. I can't even look at think I said this in my Discord before, but like I'm just like kind of really starting to grow tired of like the minimalist sort of piano-driven dark verses to me. I don't know, they just don't click as much as they used to. Vocals a little weird to me. I feel like it's struggling to like stay within the time or work with the time. There it is. Okay. Let's see drop one. Yeah, I mean Drecko was right. Like, I feel like his sound is so like, the lead sound is kind of fundamentally there, but, like, I just feel like it needs saws, man. Nice snare. Really great snare on that. Yeah, again, it's just, like, the typical sort of sound that he does. I get that there's a fan base for that sound. It's just not me. So... Fine, I guess, wish the sound was a bit more full. That's how I feel about pretty much every song he does. It's also just, for me too, the verses just never really click either. So... Did you listen to new Nicodemus song with 9 Worlds? Yeah, that was one of my least favorite songs I've heard this year. I think I gave that like a 3.75. Nicodemus's sound is just like the antithesis of my thing right now. Like, you think Synymata? I think Synymata is not great. Nicodemus's melodic stuff is like the antithesis of my sound. How the fuck is that at 3.75? The melodic drops to me are tough, man. The dark drop on that one was good though. Yeah, this sound just doesn't connect with me, man. Kind of like, if I can talk about it from like a structural perspective, I feel like the sound sustains a little too long as well. Could use some like a little bit more fills to break it up. This section's nice. Yeah, not too bad overall. But again, I think it's just one of those things where it's like the sound is clearly not my thing. But damn, man, that's why I just kind of wish I reacted to the Exod collab, because that Exod's collab was so cool. I was like, dude, is Synymata turning a corner? And then, man, kind of sucks. I just feel like there's ways that he can elevate his sound a little bit more, you know? I think there's potential with the sound. I just think that like this is clearly the sound he wants to go for. And hey, I mean, if it's working for him, that's cool. It's just not it just doesn't necessarily click with me per se. I'm probably gonna give that like a 5.25 out of 10. If that's where I'm gonna sit. Just doesn't really do a ton for me. There's very little things that are interesting to me, either about his drop production or his drop structure or his verse structure or his verse musicality. To me, it's just all kind of very there. But yeah, I think that he's done some cool songs in the past before. I just think that it would be nice to... I just like, there's like the Danny Olson collab or the Exod collab. Like, he's done super cool songs that have still evidently had his sound present. I just I just don't know if this like sort of minimalist type sound really necessarily works to me. So found it hard to connect to the melody. I agree with that. Yeah, it's going to get an overwhelming mid response from chat. I'd be inclined to agree. As mentioned before, it's just, his stuff is just not really my thing. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. But yeah, Exod, I can't emphasize enough how cool the Exod collab was. Like that was if you saw my face when I listened to that song, definitely would have been a shocker for sure. But that one, not so much. So, I feel like if there's another critique I kind of have about his sound, is it just me or does everything he does feel a little slow? Like, I feel like he almost never works at like 150 BPM. It's always like 135 or like 130. Like, to me, it's just like very sort of slow, you know? Again, I think that's the sound that he potentially goes for, but it's at the end of the day, it's just not really my thing. So, but yeah, next up, we have got Jero and Casbo collaboration. Doesn't look like there's going to be a vocalist. Hopefully there is, but as mentioned before, I think that instrumental chill house is kind of starting to become a little bit of a samey type thing. I think that the vocal is generally what sells that sound a lot. So seeing that like 75% of this type of music has no vocals is just a little frustrating. But yeah. Some people have also said it's really boring, so I'm interested to see if how this one kind of sells. So, please have a vocal. If there's no vocal, it's probably going to be below an 8 at minimum. Don't think there's going to be a vocal. So excited for the new Casbo album. Have liked every song. Casbo album will probably end up being pretty good. We'll definitely listen to a few of those when that comes out. Like, you can't not tell me that a vocal would fit perfectly over this section right now. I want to do like so many chill house mashups because none of them have fucking vocals. Yeah, again, verses are kind of cool, but just feel like it's missing something. Really well-produced sound, though. Engaging melody on that, cool kick. Really nice bass, I agree. Yeah, overall, really well-produced sound. I think it's cool. It's just like, I feel like a vocal would do it. Vocal could move that up to like the 8+ sound. That is nice, though, yeah. See the new Subtronics and Res Black Ice with Fantagram? I'll probably listen to it off camera. I think they just said it's Black Ice with a vocal, so I don't think that song needed a vocal necessarily, so I was interested to see that they did that. Good chilled one, good drums, bass, melody. I disagree that needs a vocal. Interesting. I don't know, to me, like, the verses just feel a little empty, you know? Like, nothing's really entirely separating the verses, the verse sections from the drop sections outside of like a little bit more energy, but I think that's also just as my standards get higher for this music as I listen to it more. Gotta head out, have a good stream, brother. I'll message you tomorrow about Sunday. Sounds good, my man. I will see you later. Hopefully on Sunday. Alright, let's see drop 2. Yeah, that's really nice though. What if we took the Black Ice vocals and added them to the song? I haven't heard the vocals. I doubt they would fit though. Yeah. Overall, kind of hard to say much about it. I also feel like a lot of chill house can be a little repetitive at times. Yeah, like everyone's agreeing with it now. Really nice release at the end there. With a Lizzie Land vocalist and 8.75, I would definitely agree with that for sure. Yeah, overall not too shabby. Does what it wants to be, kind of as like an instrumental track, but again, I think that so much chill house can benefit off a really good vocal. I feel like I'm starting to, as I start to listen to this type of music more, I'm starting to understand the patterns. Way too much of it is instrumental, man. All of the best chill house songs I've ever heard all have a vocal, dude. All of the best ones have vocals. Like, imagine Ember's IOU, but with no Lizzie Land vocal. Like, to me, that's what kind of stuff like this is. Like, it's so beautifully musically and really well produced, but like, there's nothing that's making those verses feel super engaging or interesting. Like, to me, it just feels like an instrument or layer is like entirely missing. So to me, it's just like, there's only really so much you can enjoy out that in a general sort of listen. So I think I'd probably give that like a 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, really well done musically, but I think melody can drag on a little bit, gets a little bit repetitive towards the end. So yeah, kind of where I'm just sitting on that, but I'll let you guys get your votes in and then we will head on to the next one. What's the next one? Some Nigel Good action. I know a lot of people have been, he's a Monster Cat fan favorite, so interested to listen to that one. Sounds too much like elevator music. I can see the argument for that. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but I can definitely see the argument for it. Progression's too drawn out. 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys are on the right track with that. I'll let the vote run a little bit longer. Nigel Good hasn't released music since 2015. It's been a hot minute. So almost a decade. If this was playing in an elevator, I would never get it. It's definitely a lot better than elevator music for me, for sure. Imagine like the This Never Happened elevator. That would be pretty fun. 6.5 out of 10. Chill House drop 1 hard techno switcher. That would be insane. Gonna get a good from chat. I can totally see it. Again, really strong musically. I just think structurally and decision-making wise, when it came to the whole like relation in terms of the creation of the song, I think it could have been a little bit stronger. So, all right, let us get into Nigel Good Time with Tien Vit Nguyen. I don't know if Tien Vit Nguyen necessarily matches up to Jensen Nguyen Man, but I can imagine it could be decently close. So we've got The Magic with Nigel Good. Let us hop into it. With Jensen Nguyen Man's cousin.
Makes you wonder if you lost control. Leaves you breathless. Changes what you think is possible.
Nice vocal. Cool, engaging melody.
Got me to the magic. Got me
I love the vocal processing. I feel like it could be a little bit louder. Maybe that's just me.
Your magic's true. Your magic's true.
This part's really nice. Got that sort of beautiful atmospheric vibe. Oh, Liquid D&B, okay. Unfortunately, I don't know if I've ever shared this before. Liquid D&B is one of my least favorite genres in the world, so I don't think I'm gonna end up adding this one, but we'll give it a chance. Yeah. Cool atmospheres and musicality. I don't know. To me, the Amin break just has never fit over chill stuff for me. Yeah, not really my thing, unfortunately. I feel like the snare is a little kind of crazy for this section as well. Nice release. Okay, little darker switch up. Nah, you weren't gonna miss Affinity, dude. We always do, on the streams, we always do projects at the end. Definitely like drop 2 a little bit better, I think, but still not really my thing. Yeah. I don't know, man. I wish I could describe it. There's something about Liquid D&B that structurally, to me, never works. Weird sort of transition to that. All right. Not best first impressions on Nigel Good. I don't even think I've heard a Nigel Good song before. But yeah, not personally really my thing. As mentioned before, Liquid D&B is just, I think Liquid D&B is like the definition of, Liquid D&B may be one of my least favorite EDM subgenres ever. Like, to me, I don't know. To me, there's just nothing that works about the sort of atmospheric sound with the Amin break drum pattern over it. I feel like what makes atmospheric and chill stuff so good is the lack of percussion. I feel like that's generally what makes that stuff so good. So hearing the Amin break and having it be a ton of percussion, I feel like the emphasis with D&B is supposed to be that the emphasis is really supposed to be on the snare. And it brings like a high energy sound. So to me, I don't know, the combination of those two like never works for me. I'd probably give that like a 5.25 out of 10. Kind of where I'm sitting. Didn't really do much for me. So yeah, I'll let you guys get your votes in, and then we will head on to the next one. Let me see what we got next. We have got Araya up next. All right, so we're bringing back melodic bass. Bringing back melodic bass for everyone that wants to listen to some melodic bassy action. I feel like the way that this track list randomized is almost like it's almost like a festival lineup. I feel like a lot of the chiller stuff has kind of been first, and then like as we get later on, we're getting into like Reaper, Ace Aura, NURKO, and Wooli, and then like aggressive hard techno probably with K's. So before the main act, Affinity. Looks like chat's thinking that one's pretty mid. I'll let that go a little bit longer, but I think mid is going to be the overwhelming vote response on that one. I guess Liquicity isn't your favorite label in the world. Yeah, everything I've heard from Liquicity to me is just not really my thing. So, yeah, mid's going to be the overwhelming vote on that one. I would be inclined to agree. Did not really do a ton for me. Felt like there was also some structural and progression things or production things I didn't necessarily love about that one either too. So, yeah, personally not really my thing, but all right, next up, we've got some melodic bass action, underrated. I don't know if necessarily underrated is the right word, but little smaller act here. Araya had a big song with Culture Code, After All, and he's got a little collaboration here with vocalist Bella Renee. So let's get into it. Not much, I don't know exactly what to expect off of it, but melodic bass is the best. I would agree. But it being the best means I have the highest expectations for it. Which a lot of melodic bass has not been hitting in those expectations lately. Reused drop on this? What did it reuse? Not bad verses so far. Use the same drop on his Wooli and Black remix. I don't even think I've heard his the Lie one. Nothing about the production's like really selling me right now. Alright, let's see the drop. I necessarily love the mix down of that. Did he do it? If he did a contest for William Black and it didn't win, I can get him putting a vocal over and turning it into an original. I totally get that. Yeah, I mean, it's alright. To me, this is like kind of just the definition of just generic type melodic bass for me nowadays. Verses aren't really clicking. Lead is a bit weird. I can agree with that. I don't know, the mix of the drop was wasn't necessarily a fan of it. Would go insane in 2017, I can agree with that. Takes a lot to be good at melodic bass nowadays. Really like the verses. Verses, I don't know, I feel like I want more from the production on them. Sort of elements and interesting elements to make it interesting. It's like a fill or something in there. Yeah. I don't know. Just like textbook sort of formulaic melodic bass without like any sort of crazy songwriting that is super engaging to me. Yeah, I don't know. Not really my thing. I think that's kind of, for me, kind of like an example of where, like, of people that think that the melodic bass sound is kind of dying. I think stuff like this is kind of pushing it towards that sound. You kind of listen to what's going on in the underground, and then like you just kind of hear something like this, and you're like, oh well, you know, type thing. Like if stuff like that makes it to bass lounge, it's like you kind of expect the sound to die. But yeah, unfortunately not really my thing. I feel like musicality of it all, I feel like the verse production was there, but I feel like nothing was really sort of super engaging or interesting about the musicality wise of the verses, and then drop just mix down wise wasn't necessarily my thing. Felt like the lead production on that just felt a little weird on the mix. So yeah, unfortunately not really my thing, but I'm gonna go with like, I don't know, flat six maybe. It was all right. Check the drop. I think what you're confused with is that what I bet that he did was he probably submitted a William Black remix for a contest or something like that, and then it didn't win the contest, so he just turned that into an original, which I think it's fine, because he's never done an official remix for William Black before. So I mean, it's not, if he's reusing the drop, to me that's not really necessarily that big of a deal. I don't think that if you do a remix contest and then try to turn it into something else, that's necessarily a bad thing. So even if it's the exact same song, but it's just a different vocal over top, to me that's not really that big of a deal. I just don't think it's that great. But yeah, not the strongest of release weeks so far. I feel like that's just like the definition of 2024. Not good stuff, man. I feel like 2024 has just been rough. I feel like last year, every stream we would have like at least a couple 8s by now, but like I feel like now to even get a 7 sometimes is a little tough. So minute has passed. That's gonna get a mid from chat. I would be more than inclined to agree. Just the definition of not really my thing. Kind of what's, to me, this is the type of stuff. Like, people criticize melodic bass, but I think that a lot of people criticize the wrong songs. Like, people criticize dabbing and shit like that, and to me that's crazy. But like, criticizing stuff like this to me is totally reasonable and objective. So I get it, but personally, takes a little bit more nowadays to get me interested into melodic bass. So unfortunate, but reality. So next up, we have got some D&B action. Reaper on UKF with a remix of T and Suga's Danger. Speaking of 2024, what are your thoughts on After Dark Now? What song is that one? That's not a good sign of... Oh, are you talking about the Abandoned and Exile one? That one's still really good. I still return to that one every so often. Musicality in the verses isn't necessarily my thing, but the drops on that one are great. So, definitely return to that one every so often. But yeah, let's hop into it. Danger Reaper. Used to be a huge fan of Reaper, but I feel like his stuff has definitely been falling off as of late. Not as good as he used to be. Okay. Feel like the production on that's a little quiet. It's not bad. That lead's nice. Not necessarily sure about this section, but nice vocal over top that. That's amazing. Little dissonance all over the place. I can agree with that. Like, see, I think that melody is so cool and interesting. I feel like to not use that throughout the drop is a little lost potential. But like, Like, is it just me? I feel like the vocal mixing in the verses is really quiet. Like, the verses overall are just super quiet. But then the drop's, like, super loud. It's a little better. I do still think Reaper used to be better. Yeah. That's alright.
Danger.
I don't know. I used to think, like, is it just, I feel like Reaper's Monster Cat, and then, like, right up to maybe the point of the Disruptor EP. The one that the previous album he did before his most recent. I think the most recent one he did was Challenger, which I don't even think I added a song off that one. I feel like his stuff just used to be a lot stronger, more engaging ideas. He had his sound a lot more. To me, I feel like the ideas nowadays are just, like, so, I don't know, they're just a lot less there, I guess, if I can say it. But yeah, it's all right. There were moments of gold throughout the song, but a lot of moments that didn't really sort of engage or interest throughout it. Verses were quietly produced, didn't really have the best vocal processing sort of in the world. Felt like one of those songs that, you know, verses were just built first, and then kind of drops were built first and verses kind of just slapped on top. I don't know, maybe like a 6.5, maybe 6.5 seems fair. I'll let you guys get your votes in, but that's kind of where I'm sitting on in terms of it. Just, yeah, not really personally, not personally really my taste anymore. Felt like Reaper used to be a lot better. So unfortunate, but the reality of the situation. Man, that's a lot of mid ratings. This is 2024, man. Welcome to 2024 EDM, dude. Tough year for the music, man. Really tough year for the music. Thankfully, there still have been some gems, but 2024 as a whole has been rather tough, if I'm going to be honest. Overwhelming mid response, 73%. So yeah, tough stuff. But we've got some interesting songs coming up, so I hope that some of these can redeem the week. Because, yeah, this week, I mean, this is just the typical sort of 2024 week. Like, add maybe 2 songs. Rest of them are just kind of standard sort of stuff that doesn't really engage or interest. So, yeah, unfortunate. But let's hop into it. It's been a while since we've had some proper Ace Aura stuff. I think his last EP he did was Crystal Coalition off Circus Records, which personally I loved. I love that EP. I thought it was really well done. His Ophelia EP was really well done as well. So yeah, I think this is the start of a new EP with Monster Cat, which I don't think he's ever done yet. I think he's just released singles with Monster Cat, because he did an EP with Never Say Die, EP with Ophelia, EP with Circus. So it's only a matter of time before we got an Ace Aura EP from the looks of it. So, but yeah, Ace Aura used to be one of my favorite. I literally have Ace Aura's jersey up on the wall. You probably can't see it. Used to be a massive fan of Ace Aura, especially during that 2021, 2022 era. His last couple of releases have been pretty tough, though. I'll Be Waiting with Nazar, I thought was mid. Arcadia was almost borderline sub 5. Wait For You wasn't really huge on. Hypnosis wasn't really huge on. So it's been a while since we've had some proper Ace Aura. Hope Doorman can accomplish that. Let's get into it. Got that sort of typical Ace Aura musicality in the pianos. We hope NURKO to do something good. I hope NURKO can deliver for sure. That would be huge. Definitely feels very Ace Aura. Huge volume increase. Alright. Verses aren't too bad.
That's how we do it when we pull up to the class.
Really nice snare on that. Sort of trappy type snare. Want a little bit more from the production, but I think the idea is kind of there. Alright, not too shabby of a drop 1. I want a little bit of an elevation of the idea of drop 2, though, if I say anything. Okay, that's kind of fire. No, I don't know about that section, but this part right here. Oh yeah, bring in the syncopation there, yup. Okay, that's pretty sick. That's pretty fucking sick. That's cool. That's pretty fucking cool. Is Ace Aura back? Been a couple stinker collabs from him. Is he back? I still don't feel like these sections are really doing a ton. I feel like that's generally why he always gets the vocals, but I know someone was saying that they were happy that it doesn't have a vocal, but love the sort of RP leads in the back there. That's a nice touch. Really nice kick in that build too.
That's how we do it when we pull up to the class.
Yeah, I think like the idea's kind of there, but like I want a little bit more from the production for the most part. Got that more sort of melodic-y rhythm type vibe to it. Alright, you know what? Cool stuff from Ace Aura. I added it. I think that was pretty cool. Definitely not my favorite Ace Aura by any stretch of the imagination. I think most of his stuff that he did with Ophelia and Monster Cat, comparatively, that song to Umbra unfortunately doesn't match up. But like just looking at it from an objective standpoint, it's a good song. You know, it has some fun characteristics and elements about it. I really loved the second drop. The second drop was so cool. Wish that he brought that sort of like RP style lead that he had in the second drop there. I wish he brought that to the third drop and kind of blended drop 1 and drop 2. Think that could have been really cool ideas wise. But yeah, outside of that, I thought it was like generally better Ace Aura than I've heard. I mean, to add it, I think says a lot. I think I'd probably give that like 7.75 feels like the right rating for that one. Again, I think I wanted a little bit more from drop 1 and drop 3, but I think drop 2 really sells that. Like if I was building a set, drop 2 is probably making it in there. So, yeah, I'll let you guys get your votes in. Then we are going to head on to NURKO. I've heard some interesting... I'll save my thoughts because this one will almost certainly be edited for a video. So I'll save my thoughts for that so that the video goes swimmingly well. Overwhelming good response from chat. I'll let that go a little bit longer, but it seems like we're all on the same page on that one. 75% good. Yeah. yeah, we could probably just end that there. 77% good from chat. Think I agree with y'all. Just a good song overall from Ace Aura. Interested to see what he does further on, if there's an EP coming out or something like that. I think that if we can get Umbra style Ace Aura back, or Stay Ace Aura back, or Ophelia Ace Aura back, he's just got a lot of good songs in the past. So I think that, you know, there's definitely some potential there. I mean, even Vibrance, Speedrun, Say It, all great songs. So interested to see what the EP that he does, or an album, or whatever he's doing. It seems like a project. He deleted all his Instagram posts, so I'm sure that there's a project coming from Ace Aura. But interested to see, man. He's definitely one of my favorites in the dubstep scene for sure. So, all right. But next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have got NURKO Dayce Williams, If the World Was Ending. I totally forgot that On Purpose was with Dayce Williams too. So we have like 3 Dayce Williams NURKO songs now. Or no, wait, no. For some reason, Title is showing On Purpose is with Dayce Williams. That one was with Ryland James. So I don't know why Title's showing it on the Waterfall release that it's with Dayce Williams. But If the World Was Ending with Dayce Williams, Eternity Part 2, as I've kind of been calling it in the community. Really hyped for this one. I really enjoyed On Purpose. Felt like a sort of type of return for NURKO. He's back with Proximity, which is generally a good sign that we might be getting some quality style NURKO. But yeah, I think big thing for me is, I think a lot of people agree with this too, is that his musicality and his writing, I think, has definitely improved, but I think his production kind of took a step back with the new EP. So seems like we've got another EP coming with Proximity, which is going to be huge. So maybe we can get that sort of classic style NURKO back, which I desperately want, man. I feel like NURKO musically wise has always clicked. I just feel like it's whether the production's going to be there lately or not. So let us see, man. Super pumped for this one. If we can get Eternity Part 2 with better production, I will be stoked. Ooh, nice lead melody in the back there.
Will you still be by my side?
A little housey type vibe, okay.
No, we got nowhere to hide. Craving on each other like we never could exist. Saving
That's a good vocal, dude. Nice little halftime vibe there. That's got that classic, that's got that like Martin Garrix, prog house type, euphoric vibe. That's really good, dude. Nice layered vocals on that too. Necessarily love that drop idea, but production-wise, definitely a step up from the Discovery type stuff. I just don't know if musically, I don't know if I necessarily love that melody, but verses are great though. Oh god, dude, Dayce Williams is killing it. Give me prog house and drop 2. Come on. It feels so prog housey. I feel like you gotta go prog house and drop 2. It's got the claps too. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, do prog house. You gotta.
We finally open a bottle of wine. Both will pretend that you stay the night. If the world was ending, would you be here with me?
All right, come on. Come on, prog house. Do it. You know you want to do it, dude. Yeah, there we go. Wish the kick punched a little bit more, but halftime? Oh no, he's gonna stay with the full time. Okay. Feel like halftime would have been appropriate switch there, but. Oh, nice outro too. I wish the kick punched a little bit more. Prog house drop was a great idea, but poor execution. I think the kick could have punched more. Okay. Have you guys ever heard the song Destiny by Nicky Romero? And is that by Dennis Koyu, I want to say? Very similar vibe to that song. Yeah, Nicky Romero and Dennis Koyu. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that song before. If I play it, the stream's going to get blocked. But if you have ever heard that song, very, very similar musicality-wise. Huge, especially melody-wise in the chorus too. Very similar. Yeah, cool little stuff from NURKO. Definitely feel like in terms of production-wise, that's an elevation of his sound. I think the verses were so well done on that. Huge layered vocals in that chorus gives that sort of massive grand sound that I feel like is desperately missing from melodic bass in the choruses nowadays. So really well done on that front. I just think that like drops wise, I don't know if necessarily I just wasn't in love with the melody that it kind of went for. I feel like the melody of that and also the execution of drop 2, feel like there were ways to hint prog house. Could have done that through the build, I think. But overall, not too shabby, dude. I think it's a hell of a lot better than like I said, production wise that NURKO has kind of done. So yeah, overall, super stoked about that. I think that's definitely one of NURKO's better ones over the past bit. I think Eternity's still better. I think the musicality of Eternity is just like a fucking 10. So I still think Eternity's a little bit better, but I think that's a pretty well done song from NURKO overall. And I think the NURKO washed comments, I don't know if I agree with those. I know some people think that NURKO isn't as strong as he used to be, but yeah, overall pretty solid song from NURKO. Again, don't think it's necessarily one of my favorites. I think I'm going to go with like a solid 8 point. Do we do the gross ratings? I want to give it, I don't think it's an 8.25 and I don't think it's an 8.5. I'm going to give it an 8.35 out of 10. I know I've been doing the gross ratings at least once a stream, but like, I don't know, man. I just don't think that it's an 8.25 or an 8.5. I feel like 8.35 is like a good rating for that. So definitely the best song we've heard today, hands down. It's the first 8 today. Yeah. Super cool stuff from NURKO. I loved On Purpose. So On Purpose is I still think On Purpose is better, but I think the musicality of that one is so good that it could grow for sure. So 8.35 is definitely a rating that can move around a little bit, but yeah, solid stuff from NURKO overall. Yeah, I'll let you guys get your votes in a little bit more. Seems like good is the overwhelming response. I would certainly agree with that. Man, those choruses were so good, dude. Again, if I encourage you off stream, go listen to Destiny by Nicky Romero, and go listen to the chorus of that, and then go listen to the chorus of this. Very, very similar stuff. So yeah, good. It's an improvement from his EP BS for sure. I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. Are you talking about like his EP that he did recently? You about to see why Wooli was a self-release? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, solid stuff from NURKO. I think we all kind of agree on the same things. I think the musicality and the chorus was a fucking like almost a 10. So definitely pretty solid from NURKO. Excited to see. I'm sure that an EP's in the works. So super excited to see. NURKO is always a favorite of mine, and I'd love to see what he's doing. So yeah. All right. Next up, we have got Wooli and Samplifire. Now, the craziest part is that these are two of my favorite dubstep acts in the scene right now. The issue that is, I mean, Wooli definitely used to be my favorite dubstep act in the scene. He's kind of gone downhill a little bit for that. Samplifire's done some really good stuff in the past year or so. Which song? He did Menticide with Disciple Records. That one was fucking insane. He had a pretty good EP recently, so interested to see. I don't necessarily know how these two new styles are going to collide. Samplifire's going for more of like a rhythm type style, whereas Wooli's trying his hardest to sound like rocktronic. He's trying his hardest to sound like subtronics. So let's see. A little loud to start. Weird execution already. Alright. House? Okay. I'll move back a little bit in anticipation because I feel like it's going to be a big drop, but the execution of that intro was a little bizarre. Cool lead. That wants to be like a huge sort of show song. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of fuck with it, dude. Nothing like too crazy, but I like the production on it. Give me something a little bit different though. Drop to it. Yeah, these sections are just weird, man. I don't know about that. But. House? Techno? If I had to guess techno, maybe? It's gotta be techno, right? That's fucking gas, bro. I'm sorry. The huge rave stabs on that. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I like this one, bro. Yeah, that's fire, bro. That's fire. Yeah. I hate how much I enjoy that because the execution of the off drops is like really poorly done. I can't even sugarcoat it. The execution of the intro and the transition into drop 2, it was rough. Those were rough. But like drops wise, dude, it is good, man. The productions on it is good. Yeah, ideas wise, really solid. Musicality wise, I enjoyed it. Like, I hate how much I enjoy that for the most part, simply because like I just feel like the I just feel like the transitions between the ideas just wasn't really there. But I mean, like, that's, you know, that song live is gonna be just like ridiculously fucked. So 8.5 out of 10, I want to give that. That was pretty solid, dude. Again, I really don't like how much I enjoyed that, but like, dude, that's one of Wooli's best songs in a hot minute. It's been a while since then. We got Insko on the Sawstacks podcast account. If you guys haven't subscribed to the Sawstacks podcast, you probably should. But yeah, damn, that was fun, man. That was fucking fun. Seems like good is overwhelming so far. We'll let it go a little bit longer, but 62% good. We'll let it run just a little bit longer. Then we've got K's, which is going to be more techno for you guys. You guys like, I heard you guys loved techno. We got one more techno song. Then we've got some Mr. Affinity action going on. So seems like the mid votes are coming in, so I'll let it go to the end. It's a little close. But yeah, super fun stuff. Like I said, the production on there was really solid. How did you know it was me? It could have been you. I could have logged in. I could have acted like I was a Sawstacks account. Then everyone would have heard me typing. Okay, minute has passed. It's gonna get a good from chat. I agree, dude. That was fucking solid, man. So, yeah. One of the best Wooli songs since when? When was Wooli's last good song, in my opinion? Oh my god, I forgot Zombie fucking existed. His last good one was maybe Titans, if I had to say. Don't Look Down, Hold On, and Titans. Yeah. And his collab with Calcium was really good. Name Drop was pretty fire. So, yeah. It's been a while. We got Insko 2 and Tyler J in chat. What's up? Yeah. It's been a hot minute since some good Wooli. I still miss that old school sound of dubstep from Wooli. I feel like the old school Wooli and the new Samplifire sound could have went off, but I think Samplifire definitely did a lot more on that track for sure. So, especially the techno section. I know for a fact that the techno was mostly Samplifire. So, but yeah. Anyways, we got our last single of the day with the way. Terrible joke. We've got some more hard techno for you guys. Let's hop into it. The K is the way.
I feel the heat waves full of energy.
Very techno vocal. Give me like a fucked up, beyond fucked up, upgated kick, dude. I'm gonna move back for this one a little bit too.
I love the way my body's moving to the beat. I feel the heat waves full of energy.
That's pretty fucking good.
I love the way my body's moving to the drums. I feel my heartbeat jump.
Again, I wish it was a little faster, but
I love the way my body's moving to the beat. I feel the heat
really nice kick on that though.
I love the way my body's moving to the drums. I feel my heartbeat jump when the bass
This part's pretty gas too. Bringing the hi-hats back. 2 out of 10. I feel like it needs a little bit more. I agree with that. Again, I think it's just the BPM. I feel like 150 is such a good BPM for techno. I feel like below that can get a little slow. All right.
I love the way my body's moving to the beat.
Oh, huge lead on that. like it could benefit from being a little faster, but my right eye looks like it's gonna explode. It's probably the allergies. Yeah, that's pretty gas. Yeah, cool stuff from K's. I think the production on that was really solid again. Really nice kick on that. Thought the leads on that were really cool as well. I think that just like make the techno faster, bro. Make the techno faster. It needs to be faster, dude. Give me like 150. Give me 150 BPM, dude. It needs to be a little bit quicker. But I can still fuck with this type of hard techno, even if it's a little slower. I just really heavily prefer the faster type stuff. But I think that one's actually an ad. I'd probably just give that a flat 7.5 out of 10 though. Right on the button of a playlist ad. Pretty solid stuff overall, but I think at 150 sort of BPM, I think that we can potentially start looking at like 8 plus, 8.5, So, but that's the last of the singles today. After that, we have got Mr. Affinity. Mr. Affinity's EP. I think I'll also end up making this EP one a video. So, you looked like you were ready to give a 9. It's just too slow, man. It's just too slow. I probably would have given it a 9 if it was at like 150, but most techno to me is too slow. It needs to be faster. Or it has to have like a ridiculously large sound. But yeah. Good, looking like it's pulling away. Let me see if Affinity's in chat. He is not in chat. We'll have to wait for him to come back, but yeah. All right. I'm sure that he'll probably end up checking it out at some point. So good is pulling away. That's going to get a good from chat. Am I converting you guys to hard techno? I hope I am. Give it a chance, dude. It's a sound that's grown for a reason. Branch out beyond melodic bass. You'll be thankful for it. But yeah. Anyways, all right, so this is what I would probably call, I want to say this is, can we listen to all the singles again? That's going to take too fucking long. The EP's already 9 tracks. It's probably going to take us about close to an hour to get through. We're only going to be listening to the new ones today, but I will be reviewing the old ones too. Don't you worry. So yeah, we have got Lunar 1 EP, Affinity. Personally, I don't know if you guys are aware. I know a lot of people. I know Justin XLS has criticized me this before, but he thinks that I just gas up Affinity because he's involved in my community and whatnot. Genuinely, Affinity is one of my favorite artists at the moment. I think it's just because the focus on musicality and just his production style is just right up my alley right now. I love that sort of warm, smooth sound that he goes for, and then the musicality of his verses is always just really well done. So I'm hoping that we can beat the allegations. But in the meantime, let's hop into it. He's got a 9-track EP. Personally, I would want to argue it's an album, but I get why he's marketing as an EP. I've discussed with him before, the differences between EPs and albums in terms of fans' expectations and, having to do more merch and touring and stuff. So I get it. Releasing an EP, sort of less expectations behind it. You can kind of just get some music out there, get the fans listening. But yeah, we have got our first track of the EP is one that we have not heard before. We have got Under the Surface, Ari Kemmler. I have heard her voice before. She is doing some work with a special, with another member of our community, producer wise. So I've heard some unreleased things. You'll see her name come up pretty soon though. So Ari Kemmler, she's also doing a couple more with Affinity, if I'm not mistaken from what he said. So yeah, Under the Surface. one that we have not heard before. Let's get into it, dude. Brand new stuff from Mr. Arya.
Home is where we used to go. I know where I belong. Under the surface,
Really nice acoustic guitar on that.
risk what it took to get this far. What I did to leave this long.
Really nice atmospheres too. Damn, this EP is gonna be so fucking good, bro.
I wasn't ready to risk it all.
Beautiful release on that.
I could see the world, but I won't find my home.
That's good, man. That's really fucking good.
I've come to know at all. I can feel the fall since I won't breathe the same. I'm not like how I used to be at all.
Really nice sort of vocal chops in the back there too. I love that like little touch to it.
At all.
Is it gonna be a little bit more chill if I had to make a guess?
I'm not like how I used to be at all.
Huge percussion on that. I think the percussion's a little bit abrasive for me. I prefer it to be a little bit more toned down, but I appreciate the uniqueness of it all.
I used to be at all.
Yeah, very unique on that. But yeah, I can't lie. I think the drops, I think the percussion's a little loud for me. Really nice chords on that too. Love this section here. I will say, even with if the percussion was a little bit more toned down, that's still an incredibly unique sound that he went for, in my opinion. So, are we gonna go a little bit bigger?
Since I won't breathe the same. Not like how I used to be at all.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, that's Affinity, dude. His production is just so good, dude.
I used to be at all.
Oh yeah, nice release on that too with the kick. Dude, just the like, literally just like the attention to detail and like masterful musicality on display, dude. That's like literally like, I can't describe enough that like stuff like this is just like literally exactly what I'm looking for in music right now, dude. Like near borderline perfect musicality. Great vocal from Ari Kemmler. She did a fantastic job on that. Really nice chords and atmospheres. The atmospheres especially is what really gets me with his stuff. I think only critique I really have, and it's a very big critique at that, I feel like drop one, as cool as it was, the percussion is very, very abrasive for that type of sound. I feel like kind of toning it back a little bit Not even a little bit. I think it needs to be I think it should have been toned back quite a bit. But outside of that, dude, drop 2 is really well done. Got interesting bits of ear candy and syncopations in there to make things interesting. And just like production wise, dude, like 10 out of 10 production on that song. I think because of drop 1, I would have to lower my rating of it quite a bit. I think I probably would go with like maybe like an 8.5 if I had to say. Pretty much everything else outside of that drop I think was like amazing though. Like incredible stuff. So yeah, I'll let you guys get your votes on that one. I'll go over reviewing Without Me, Save Me, and then we will listen to Getaway. So drop 1 is still good though. I think it is good. I just think that like it's just very tough to listen to with in terms of the juxtaposition of the energy that the sound wants to go for with like the grandness of the percussion. That's just kind of my opinion on it all, but I can totally get I get the idea he wanted to go for there for sure. So I'll let you guys get your votes in. And then we will, yeah, like I said, review Without Me, Save Me. Then yeah. Seems like it's a battle between amazing and good. I'll let the vote go right till the end. 8.75 Affinity saving us from another midweek. Yeah. Most of my ads this week are probably going to be Affinity. So yeah, minute has passed. It's going to get an amazing from chat. I think outside of drop 1, I'd probably agree, but yeah, really great stuff. And also, I think it sets the tone really nicely as an intro too. I've mentioned before, and I think everyone kind of is aware, I'm not crazy in terms of listening to a project as a whole, in terms of it telling a story. I kind of just want good tracks. But I think trying to look at it as objectively as possible from the EP listening experience, I think it does a pretty good job on that front, kind of setting the tone properly for the EP. But next up, we've got Without Me, Affinity, Concrete Castles. We already reacted to this one on stream. Yeah, I mean, what else really needs to be said about this one? Incredible stuff. 10 out of 10 vocal from Concrete Castles. And just masterful production on display by Affinity. Really nice sort of hollow-esque type drop that it goes for. With the key forward sound. Kind of feels like an elevation of the Affinity type sound. So yeah, really enjoyed Without Me. Without Me was really solid. I would give that one a 9.85 out of 10. Again, I'll let you guys vote. Get your minds in. But yeah, like I said, I've reviewed this one before on the channel. We listened to this one. I've given my thoughts. There's not much I can really add necessarily to the conversation in display. But yeah, let you guys get your votes in, and then I will go on and review Save Me. So can I be honest, could we replace the Reaper song? I know it's been a while. We already listened to it, man. I can't replace it now. We already listened to it. 7.8 out of 10. Hell yeah. Seems like it's a battle between amazing and good again. I'll let that one go right to the bitter end. And then yeah, go on reviewing Save Me. I didn't listen to Save Me on the channel. I listened to that one off camera. So you guys didn't get a TKC reaction for that one, but so yeah, I've shared my opinions in the Discord before, but we'll go over it again. So amazing starting to pull away. We'll end it there. Gonna get an amazing from chat as well. Unsurprisingly so. Like I said, his stuff is just ridiculous, and Without Me, again, perfect, nearly perfect production, nearly perfect musicality on display, dude. Like, and it definitely, to me, felt like that one took a little bit more risk. I think the big critique that Affinity has with a lot of his stuff is it can tend to be a little samey at times, which I can agree with. But I think at the end of the day, I care more about Affinity's stuff for the verses and the musicality and the soundscapes and the atmospheres than necessarily caring about whether the drop idea is really generic or not. His production is so well done, I don't care if it's really generic that much. But I can see the critiques for sure. Save Me, 4th single that came out for the EP. my takes were a little hot in the Discord. Personally, not my favorite from Affinity. I thought that production-wise and ideas-wise, it was relatively unique, felt different. But I thought Josh Rubin's vocal was like an absolute stinker. To me, the verses didn't really stand out a ton. Felt more in alignment with that sort of generic style melodic bass type verses where the vocal doesn't really do much to engage me. And yeah, I don't know. I thought his vocal really kind of held the track back in a significant way for me. So personally wasn't my favorite. It's an ad, but I haven't really returned to it very much. But yeah, I can appreciate the uniqueness. It's got 3 different drops. So like I said, it's cool. Production's again nearly perfect. I just think that vocal wise wasn't really too crazy on it. I don't think the verse, and I think as a result, my enjoyment of the drops wasn't as much because I didn't really enjoy the verses as much. So yeah, I think it'd probably get like flat 8 if I had to pick, maybe a flat 8 on that one. I still added it, but I just haven't returned to it too much as a result. But I will let you guys get your votes in. I know this one has been a decent fan favorite for a lot of people, so I'm sure that the vote results will be pretty solid on that one. But tend to agree with that evaluation. I just like the first drop and love the second. Totally get it. Like I said, the verses are really well done. Or sorry, the drops are really well done. And I think they both explore really cool and innovative ideas. It's just for me, the verses don't really click at all. So there's only so much that I'm really willing to return back to it and also enjoy the drops. So, but yeah, the drops on their own are really cool. I'm gonna watch the stream while driving. Wish me luck, y'all. Thank you, Frozen. Make sure you keep your eyes on the road though if you're gonna be watching the stream while driving. But I hope I don't hear like crash in Denver because distracted driver was on his phone watching TKC. Minute has passed. It's gonna get a good from chat. I would agree. I think it's like right in that middle sort of end of good. Yeah, mostly the verses is just my big critique on that one. But overall, really solid stuff from Affinity. So, but yeah, next up, we have got one of the new ones. We have got Getaway Affinity. I think this one has a vocal, if I'm not mistaken. So, we'll listen to it, man. Let's get into it. 2 minutes and 57 seconds. Let's hop into it.
Wake up, it's the morning. Let the light have time to pass. 'Cause if they can't see the sun, then we can make
Nice sort of acoustic aspects to it.
If you trust me and what it could be, you'll never leave here alone. If you trust me, I'm waiting by the door. If it's the moon or the stars, take me to anywhere you are.
Really nice layering on the vocals there.
By your arms for the getaway.
This is actually Dylan singing.
We'll be caught.
Okay, nice little vibe so far. Nothing like crazy in the verses that's really drawing me, but not just a nice vibe.
If it's the moon.
Nice fill.
If it's the moon.
Yeah, filled overall.
Be right there by your arms for the getaway.
Ooh, nice little vibe there. Worlds Away type percussion-esque. Yeah, I think overall just like a nice sort of vibey type song, really well produced again. Doesn't try to do anything too crazy or interesting, but it's just overall really solid.
If you trust me, I'm waiting by the door. If it's the moon or the
Ooh, nice release there.
take me to anywhere you are. I wanna be right there by your arms for the getaway. If we don't move, we'll be caught.
too?
If it's the moon.
Yeah, nice stuff. Nice little outro here. See, like, that's the thing that I love so much about Affinity. I think that's my favorite part. Just like the like I've mentioned it before, just like the attention to detail and stuff like that outro. It's like, it's not just like a fade out or anything, or like a traditional sort of outro style thing. Like, there's definitely like some sort there you can hear the care to attention and detail and stuff like that. So really, really well done stuff. Yeah, overall it's just a pretty solid one. Definitely doesn't like do a ton to like blow me away or anything, but the verses are pretty, vocals not too shabby. Kind of just, I think that the main critique, obviously, I think, is that this one definitely does feel samey to me. Kind of has like that sort of traditional melodic bass type formula to it, with nothing too crazy. But again, production really well done, and the acoustic guitars and whatnot were nice little touch as well. So yeah, I think I'd give that like, I think I would probably say that was about as good as Save Me for me as well. I think I'd probably give that like a flat 8. Yeah, seems like a fair rating to me. Again, like nothing super crazy or super engaging about it, but it's just a really good vibes type melodic bass song that tries to, that, you know, it doesn't try to be just too much. It's this is what I would describe as kind of like a filler EP track. Just kind of wants to do its job, and yeah, not much else to really say on that front. So let you guys get your votes in, and then next one is a new one as well. You know, and the next one too is the one that I've seen absolutely everyone hyping up. It's definitely the one that people have been hyping up the most. So I'm interested. It's gonna get an overwhelming good from chat. I would definitely agree with that. Just right on that middle sort of end of between being good and amazing. It's just a firmly good song. So yeah, that's kind of where I'd sit on Getaway. But next up, as mentioned before, Gravity has been the one that has probably been everyone's favorite. If I've seen everyone talking about the EP, I've tried to avoid as much spoilers as possible, but everyone has been saying that Gravity is the best. It's got Meg and Dia Frampton on it, which is interesting. I can't remember the last song I've heard from Meg and Dia. Maybe Monster.exe remix. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that one. That's a classic dubstep from like 2011. Yeah. Have you guys ever heard that song before? Should I play it? I kind of want to play it. I don't know if it's definitely not going to get us blocked. At least I don't think it will. I swear to God, if this song gets us blocked, I'm going to be pissed. Surely you guys have heard this song, right? Is it this one? Surely you've heard this dubstep song, right? This is definitely a remix, though. Or is it maybe a remix? Yeah, it's pretty close to the original. Surely you guys have heard that remix before. I feel like that's like a universal dubstep song that like almost everyone has heard. So yeah, that's probably the last Megan Dia song I've ever heard. So yeah, we've got Gravity. Let's get into it. I assume that it probably won't sound like that remix, but that was a Monster remix way back in the day. Greg 10.
We got the world, handful of pearls in our pockets.
Is this one Dia? I think this one's probably Dia.
Just out of reach when we started. Hands tied in my wrist, jeans, hearts bleeding on us.
Nice guitar on that.
Got the universe in your backseat. Fireworks when our lips meet. Your body circles around me. Got me in your gravity.
Got like a housey sort of vibe.
Got me in your gravity.
I'm sure Meg sings. I just don't know her voice well enough to know when it's gonna be her.
Tell me when I dream. Promise I will stay. Won't forget the fear. Got me in your gravity.
Alright, let's see. Maybe Frog House if I had to guess.
Got me in your gravity.
Ooh, that's fun, dude. Nice fill on that.
Got me in your gravity.
The lead on that too. Yeah, that's fun, dude.
I hope the sun never comes out.
See, I don't know which one's Meg and which one's Dia.
Nowhere to go, but everywhere's so
I dropped a key came off my keyboard too, shit.
Hands tied on my wrist, jeans, hearts bleeding on all sleeves. Light a cigarette for me. Got the universe in your backseat.
I think this one might be Meg if I had to make a guess. This one sounds a little different.
Got me in your gravity.
Really nice atmosphere is there.
Got me in your gravity. Take me far away. Tell me when I dream.
Maybe halftime if I had to make a guess.
Won't forget the fear. Got me in your gravity.
Wouldn't mind 4 on the floor again though, that was a fun sound.
Got me in your gravity.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be halftime.
Got me in your gravity.
Really nice melody. Bring the lead, bring the lead. Oh, that's so fucking good, dude. The lead adds so much to that idea. Yeah, that's gorgeous, dude. That's my favorite of the new ones so far. I can see why everyone was hyping that one up. Damn, dude, that's fucking fun as hell. That's one I'm definitely gonna be repeating for sure. Yeah, that's fucking great. Again, I don't know exactly which one's Meg and which one's Dia. But man, dude. Affinity, prog housey type stuff. Really fun verses. I feel like the verses don't do anything too crazy, but they're appropriately well done. Really great atmospheres. Honestly, wasn't too in love with the vocal tonality that they had was nice, but I didn't think that like the vocal melody was anything too crazy or catchy per se. But I think that just production wise and idea wise and drop wise, like and like I said, their vocals sound really nice. I just don't know if the melody was super engaged, like as engaging as it could have been per se. But overall, just really fucking solid stuff. Like that's just me nitpicking at like the most minor details possible. I think if I had to give that a rating, I'm gonna do it again. Fuck you guys. I'm giving that a 9.35 out of 10. Like I just don't like 9.5 feels a little too high, but 9.25 feels a little too low. Like 9.35 does the job properly for me. I know. Get your ews, get your grosses out of the chat if you guys want to. I probably deserve it, but like I don't know, 9.35 just seems right, dude. So yeah, I'll let you guys get your votes in. I have a feeling I know where it's gonna go, but I hate you, TKC, and you just made me cry. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to change it to a 9.25 for you guys, though. I feel like I just don't think it's a 9.5, but it's a really well done song, though. I could see that growing to a 9.5 for sure. But for right now, where it stands, 9.35 feels more than appropriate. All right, so next up, once this rating is done, we've got two of the older ones. So we've listened to Misunderstood. Obviously, you guys know what I think about that one. When You Fall. I don't think, did we react to I did not react to When You Fall. I remember. I did not react to that one. So that's going to get an amazing from chat. I would totally agree, dude. Super fun stuff. Affinity, prog house, halftime type beat. Very happy the song went with the halftime switch too. Have you ever given a repeating rating? I'd probably just get through. I normally like to have a 5 or a 0 at the end of the rating. I don't think I would ever give like a 9.66. 9.6. Maybe one day we'll throw out like an 8.33 repeating. Maybe one day. But yeah. Okay, so next up, we have got Misunderstood with Dia Frampton. You guys all know how I feel about this one. I think this is like borderline musical masterpiece here. Fantastic Dia Frampton vocal, probably a 10 vocal from her. And just masterful musicality on display. I just feel like the vibe that the track goes for is just so perfect. Feels super unique to me too. The emotional connection that I have with this song is just like unbelievable. Gave it a 9.9 last year. Second favorite song of 2023. Has not changed. 9.9 out of 10. Probably still hands down my favorite off the EP, without a doubt. So 9.9 out of 10. Yeah, not much else to really say. Perfect production. Pretty much perfect musicality on display. Yeah, just amazingly well done stuff. Can totally see why it's the number one. It was the lead single off the EP. Really kind of does give that sort of... I remember Aaron told me before I heard Misunderstood at first. He was like, dude, it's like almost like Worlds Away. And I was like, are you really comparing that song to Worlds Away? And I'd say it's pretty close. I mean, if I had a chance, I'd give it Worlds Away like a 15.75 now, if I had to give it a rating. But it's definitely really solid for sure. So, Misunderstood, one of probably Affinity's best song, if I had to say. Just the emotional connection with that song that the musicality brings is just next level. So, and it's super unique too. I know, again, a lot of people say that his stuff is a little samey. That one was the definition of just like doing something new, trying something interesting. Amazing absolutely dominates, not even remotely close. Yeah, what else needs to be said about this song? Lead single off the EP, really well done stuff. And yeah, 10 out of 10 Dia Frampton vocal as well. Affinity and Dia Frampton is a nice duo. Would love to see them work more often. But yeah, next up, also second single off the EP that came out, When You Fall with Say We Can Fly. Personally, when I first heard it, it wasn't even a playlist ad. Gave it a little bit more chances, and it grew on me quite a bit. I still have some nitpicks here and there in terms of the rocktronic-y sort of sound, and the percussion is probably my biggest concern that I still have with the song. I don't love the natural kit vibe that the song goes with, but I think musicality-wise, Say We Can Fly's vocal is really well done, and the verses are just super engaging. So it's definitely grown on me for sure. I think I'd probably give it like an 8.25 if I had to give it a rating. Really solid stuff overall. I think when I first listened to it, I think I gave it like a 6.25 though. So it's definitely done its work to grow in my favor. And like I said, it's really well produced. I just sort of some of the musical choices that come with trying to make a more rock inspired tune fell a little flat for me. So I'll let you guys get your votes in. Those are my thoughts on When You Fall. And then we have got two new ones to end. Well, 1.5 new ones I'll have to explain with Spaceship, but It's Not Over I've never heard before. So good, pretty dominating the votes so far. I'll let that go a little bit longer, get a couple more votes in, or otherwise we can probably just end it there. 57%. Yeah, that's overwhelmingly good. We'll end it there. It's going to get a good from chat. I would agree. Kind of more towards that, like, up above sort of great type sound. So I'll explain when I get to Spaceship, don't worry. But yeah, next up, we have got Affinity Sandy Night. I don't know if I even know who that is. It's a dude. Okay, so male vocal. It's Not Over, Affinity Sandy Night. I don't know what to necessarily expect from this one, but I also haven't seen anyone talk about this one, which is kind of weird. I've seen a lot of people talk about some of the other ones. I have not seen anyone talk about this one at all. So interested to see what it brings. What's up, Aria?
And I hate that I'm the reason you're upset with regret.
Got a sort of darker type feel to it.
Stay a lifetime if you let me. No matter how
Not too bad on the verses so far.
I won't let you down. When it all falls, when it gets dark, it's not over.
Nice vocal melody on that.
Apart, I know in your heart it's not over. When it's time to say goodbye, I will risk it.
I wish there was a little bit more progression in the idea, but not too shabby.
I'm not ready to say it's over.
I feel like this one's gonna be a little bit more chill if I had to make a guess.
When it's time to say goodbye, I will risk it all to try. I'm not ready to say it's over.
Alright, not too bad. Ooh, that lead. Got that sort of typical Affinity saw sound. Nice fill on that. Yeah, I think the lead adds a lot to that. Sort of plucky style sound. Yeah, nice, dude. Not, like I said, with Getaway, not anything too crazy or anything like that, but just a really nice vibe overall. Snare rating, the snare didn't necessarily pop out to me. I'll pay a little bit more attention to drop 2. I can give you a snare rating though. Ooh, that is cool. Nice little fade out there. Love the sort of minimalism in here with the atmospheres.
When it's time to say goodbye, I will risk it all to try. I'm not ready to say it's over.
I assume it's gonna be same drum. I'll pay a little bit more attention to the snare, like I said. Oh, interesting little cut there. Nice fill there too. Snare's really nice. Yeah, that lead adds. All right. Yeah, not too bad overall. I think, like I said, with Getaway, I think it's very similar to that. Kind of goes for that more sort of, I don't know if I want to necessarily say like generic per se. I think the plucky sort of lead definitely added a lot to the drop. I think just like overall, it's just like a pretty solid, chill, sort of vibey little track. Doesn't try to do anything too crazy or anything like that. I definitely wish that in terms of the verses wise, I wish that there was just a little bit more progression between every 8 bars and whatnot. There were some points in the verses where it just felt a little stagnant. But outside of that, pretty just like an overall pretty cool idea. Would definitely add it for sure. I think I'd probably give it like maybe like a 7 point, maybe like a 7.75 feels appropriate. 7.75. I'll let you guys get your votes in. That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. 7.75. And then we got one more. I'll have to explain the story with Spaceship, but snare rating will get like a solid 9 for me. Really enjoyed the snare. Felt appropriate in the sort of context of the song. Seems like it's a battle between good and amazing. We'll let that go a little bit longer, but I feel like a better vocal could have done it wonders. Also, second strip of the elements before drop 2 wasn't for me. Yeah, vocal wasn't like absolutely my favorite thing in the world. I think it did its job for sure. But definitely not like the craziest vocal in the world. So, but yeah. We'll let it go a little bit longer. You guys are having a war here between the amazing and good fans. Yeah, I think it's going to end up being good, though. And then, yeah. And then we got Spaceship. Last song of the stream. It is going to get a good from chat. I would agree. I think it's right in that middle end of between being good and great. So, little 7.75 action for you guys. But, all right. Next up, we have got Spaceship, Affinity, Josh Rubin. So, little story behind this song. I don't know if you guys remember. Me and Insko did a feedback stream. Oh, boy, I don't even remember when this was, like 8 months ago, I want to say. It's been a hot minute since that feedback stream. Affinity submitted this song when it was in its rough stages. I think it was in like V1 or something like that. So technically, I've heard it. I don't remember what it sounds like. It's been a hot minute since I've heard it. But it's there. We listened to it. So technically I have heard it before. I don't remember what it sounds like. I think the only thing I really remember is that there was one drop, but I remember really liking it. So I assume with some more versions and whatnot, definitely has gotten more well-polished over the time. So let's give it a listen, man. Let's see. EP closer. We'll give some thoughts on the album, and then that'll be it for the day.
I don't know you very well, but I can see your sadness hanging over you. Tell me what you're going through.
Really nice percussion there. Sort of filtered, clappy type snares.
Just don't let it weigh you down. Keep holding out. Time, take your time. Nothing lasts.
Same snare as your imagination. Oh no, the forbidden snare.
Between you and I, ease your mind.
Really nice vibe so far.
Things will get better.
Oh, it's Will. What's up, dude? 8.356. Nice percussion on
I
that.
can see the warning signs that you're about to lose the fight. Everything is on the line.
Yeah, nice chords
So
on
let your
that.
fire be your guide. I know how it feels to have the walls cave in.
Little sort of Josh Rubin falsetto action there for a bit. Reminiscence of like Breakthrough.
Anybody listening? Time. your time. Nothing lasts forever.
Love that.
Things will get better between you and I.
It's got that like Affinity sound, but kind of held back a little bit.
It's just some bad weather.
Yeah, that's nice, dude.
Things will get better.
Nice progression there, adding that sort of lead in there. Nice work with the vocals there too. You guys think that's fake? No, it's real William Backtrust. He doesn't have the music tag on his account. Every time he comes into Insko or Minds chat, everyone just thinks that he's fake, but it's the real one, trust me. Really nice sort of organic sort of outro here with the pianos. Oh, that is great, dude. Very appropriate for an outro for sure. Yeah, dude, that's nice. Solid little outro to end the EP. Yeah, dude, that one's nice. Definitely, I think that definitely something got added. I don't remember that outro or anything. See, that's the thing. It's been so long ago, I don't really remember. That was basically a first reaction. But yeah, dude, really solid stuff. I think that, like, everything progression-wise felt appropriate. Really nice vocal from Josh Rubin. That one, I enjoyed that one a lot more than the Save Me vocal. Just felt like, and then, like I said, with the drop too, kind of had that laid back, but still very signature for Affinity type sound to it. Yeah, it felt like, if I can describe it, it felt muted, but it wasn't missing any sort of the production expertise that you can expect from Affinity's type stuff. It just had a very sort of chilled, laid back type sound. And I think that it worked really appropriate with the context of the song overall. So yeah, dude, really solid stuff. I think I'd give that like 8.75 is I think where I'm sitting on that one. 8.75. Like I said, really solid stuff. The outro sold me for sure. And the drop as well. Drop and the outro absolutely sold me, dude. Really solid stuff overall. I love it when like songs have just like lots of effort. I know, because I know in the whole sort of Spotify type world, outros generally are discouraged. Intros and outros are generally discouraged. But I think having some of those, especially for a project closer, can just be so appropriate. So yeah, really well done stuff. After that, give my thoughts on the EP, and then that will be it for the day. So 73% amazing. You guys are loving it. Yeah. 67% amazing. We'll let it run just a little bit longer, a couple more. We'll let a couple more votes come in. Someone voted Stinky. Love you, TK boy. Love you too, Arya. Thank you for supporting the community and the channel. I'll probably end up editing it later tonight and putting it into a little video. So it'll be up probably soon. So yeah, that's gonna get an amazing from chat. Very good stuff overall. Yeah. Overall thoughts on the EP though, man. Definitely one of my favorite projects I've heard in a very long time. It's been a while since I've had a project where I added literally everything to. I think, you know what the funniest thing is, the the comparisons of this one has been compared a lot to Man Cub's album because this one is like longer than Man Cub's album was essentially 6 tracks, and then this one's a 9-track EP. So a lot of people have been comparing those two projects. I think quality wise though, the projects are very similar. Just really well done musicality, making sure the fundamentals of music are properly well done. It's produced really well. The musicality is really solid. Great vocals. I don't think you can really ask for much more when it comes to a project, especially for someone who, I don't want to say necessarily as small as Affinity. I think that he's probably making his progress in terms of developing his fan base, but I definitely think that a project like this will do really well for him. And yeah, a project I thoroughly enjoyed the release schedule for. So I'm very interested to see what else he does in the future. And as a devout member and contributor to our community, I have to thank him because he's done a lot for our community in terms of coming in and chatting with all the fans and whatnot. So it's definitely helped generate some excitement for our Discord and whatnot. So definitely appreciate what he does for the community as well. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the EP. And yeah, that's the last thing that we did for the stream. It was my only chance to release some of these deeper cuts because they wouldn't have stood on their own. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I agree. But yeah, I think that I definitely agree with the whole EP versus LP type thing. I think if you market something as an album, it definitely has higher expectations for sure compared to something like an EP. And also you have to, like you said, you have to tour it and whatnot. So maybe we'll get an Affinity headline tour sooner than later, hopefully. If you do, I will vouch heavily for you with the venue I work with in Edmonton, and we'll get you a spot for sure. So but yeah, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. The stream was awesome. We got to listen to a dope community. We got to listen to a dope EP. Singles weren't the greatest this week, but we had some good ones. The NURKO one was pretty solid. The Wooli one was probably my favorite. But yo, I'm curious, Caden, how are you at shows? Do you critique in your mind during or out loud? Oh, I'm definitely like one of those dudes that'll like, because my group that I go with to shows with will be like they're also pretty like, they also have that sort of critique type nature in them. So like I'll go to shows with them and like they'll be debuting IDs and stuff like that. And we'll turn to each other and we'll be like, oh, I don't know about that one. Or we'll be like, oh, that one was pretty good. So we're like kind of cynical type assholes in the chat too. We're saying that just to ourselves, not to anything else. But we're definitely like critiquing. Every time an artist says that they're going to play an ID, we're definitely sitting there. Like I'm sitting there like critiquing it as if it's like a TKC stream. So yeah, I can be like that sometimes, but I'm not the dude that'll just turn to somebody random and be like, yo, that transition was kind of ass, bro. Like that's not necessarily what I do. It's just me and my buddies just kind of fucking around. So, but yeah, I'm also the one that brings the USB in case they call you up to play. So, but yeah, so thank y'all for tuning in. This stream was hella fun. Interested to see what's going to come out next week. I don't know if anything has been announced yet in terms of what's coming out, but we'll see. We'll see what happens and what gets released. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have been great as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.